Let's understand what is DevOps by taking YouTube example. From November 2021, YouTube has stopped showing all the dislike counts. So before November 2021, it used to show dislike counts, but from November 2021, it used to show dislike text. It will not show the count to the end user. We will see how YouTube would have used DevOps to accomplish this task. The YouTube software development team would have changed the YouTube code to change the dislike count to dislike text. After this change, there will not be any dislike count, it will only show the dislike text. When you access YouTube, the request will go to the YouTube server, and since the YouTube server will not have the latest code, it will still show the dislike count. So until the latest code is deployed into the production server, the dislike count will keep showing. The operation team manages YouTube server and it also manages deployments. When I say manage deployments, it means the code which is modified has to be deployed into the production server. So since the latest code has to be put in the production server, the developer team pushes the code into a repository. Repository is a place where the latest code will reside, and that's a place where the code will be saved and stored forever so that it cannot be lost. So they use a tool called Git. So DevOps involves a lot of tools. So we'll start off with Git as one of the tool which will store the code. Once the code is stored, the code will be compiled. When you compile the code, it will find any issues in the code and you can always fix them and push it back to the Git repository so that it will be compiled again. Now compile, you'll use a different tool. Now after you compile, you'll do some automation testing. For that, you again have various tools. Once the automation testing is done, you will package the code. The code is packaged so that it can be deployed. Again, packaging, you use another tool, and after you package, you need to deploy. For deployment, there are various other tools which you can use. Deployment will take the package and deploy it into the production server so that when people access YouTube, the latest change will be available for them. So once the code is deployed into the production server, all the code changes have to be monitored. The production server have to be monitored. So there are again various tools which will do this monitoring. Now if you see, we have used various tools and there are various stages through which the code from the developer has been pushed into the production system. Now all these stages can be automated. For that we have another tool called Jenkins which will automate all the stages. The whole process of deciding what tools to use, setting up those tools and configuring those tools so that the developer code can be pushed into production very fast. This entire process of setting up, configuring is called DevOps. So DevOps is not a technology but a methodology where we choose different tools so that the developer and the operation team can operate seamlessly. So if you are looking for DevOps job, there are many tools which are available. You should be aware of various tools which are available. You should know how to configure them. Once you know all this, you can always apply for a DevOps job. That's all about DevOps. Thank you.